Our individual warm-ups are the most important part of our basketball practice. Players want to improve. They want their coaches to teach them how to improve because they understand that through individual work, they can improve their game and ultimately help the team win more games. Now, there are a couple individual workout requirements that we want to see in every practice. We begin practice with what we call individual warm-up. It's allowing the players to work on their games, and there are some requirements that we have to have every day when we go into those individual warm-ups. First, we want our warm-ups to have pace and speed. Second, it has to be part of the greater process. Our Princeton offense is part of the process. They have to trust that and trust that the individual warm-up that they're performing is going to help them with that. Third, we're working on footwork every single day. Again, one of our main goals is no turnovers. How many times you see players change their pivot feet? We're working on footwork every day. Ultimately, guys, 100% of the game is played with your feet. Number 4, we're going to work on weak hand development. Especially in high school, the weak hand is critical. You got to work on your left hand. And 5, contact. We want our players getting physical and playing through contact because that's what they're going to see in the game. 6, of course, shooting. You can't run the Princeton offense if your players can't make shots because everybody you play will play zone. And 7th is conditioning. And I want to say something about conditioning. Many times players want to move from conditioning, they want to be in condition, and then they want to improve, but they want to forget the hard work. Okay? Many players want to improve. Okay? They don't mind doing the running, but then here's the critical piece. They have to work hard every single day. And our individual warm-ups are very difficult to do. We made it that way on purpose. But at the same time, we want the players to work to raise their talent level. They only know how high their bar is set. Coaches, we can push them as hard as we want, but ultimately it's the player that has to decide whether or not they're going to reach their potential. And it's our job as coaches to push them in that direction. First, on the individual warm-up, what we're going to do is we have 3 players at each basket. We have 1 player under the goal with a basketball. We have another player with a basketball on the baseline, and the 3rd player has 2 basketballs off to the side. Now, that's 3 players at 1 basket. It'll make sense when we get out on the court. We put 9 minutes up to start the year on the clock. So that means this player is going to be at that goal for 3 minutes. So we have 3 minutes. It's going to be at the goal. You're going to have 3 minutes, 1 ball full court. And you're going to have 3 minutes, 2 balls full court. All of your players are going to be working at this for 3-minute rotations, okay? And what we want is our players to be loud and vocal, especially the player under the goal. His job, and you'll see it on the court, is he's going to conduct a couple of drills. And you'll see those, we'll explain it. The micing drill, the reverse micing, he's got to make 10 each. And then he's going to go across the lane and make reverse layups. And then finally, and this is my favorite drill for teaching footwork, and you'll see it, he's going to take the basketball and he's going to spin it out at the elbow. Then we're going to go get it. We're going to land on 2 feet, and we're going to work on one of the 8 footwork techniques that we want to teach our players. If you want that entire list, I can email it to you, but let's talk about it now. When the player goes to the elbow, jump stops, and lands on 2, the thing you'll see on the court today is the player's going to execute a right foot. So this is they're going to jump stop, they're going to execute a pivot off of their right foot and square up, which is very difficult for right-handed players. So they're going to pivot, they're going to jab step, and then we're going to sweep and go and make a layup. So in those 3 minutes, they're making 10 micins, 10 reverse micins, 10 across the lane reverse layups, 10 of these X drills, okay?